If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Recently, Gervonta Tank Davis stirred controversy with a tweet that quickly escalated tensions between him and Terence Crawford. Known for his brash and often provocative social media presence, Davis took things to a new level by addressing Crawford's family in his tweet. Davis' tweet was a direct response to Crawford's comments about his fighting style, where Crawford claimed that Davis hadn't faced the same level of competition. Additionally, Crawford suggested that Davis was upset about not being invited to a particular event. However, what truly crossed the line for many fans was Davis' personal attack on Crawford's wife and children, which was widely seen as disrespectful. Boxing fans and analysts quickly took to social media to criticize Davis for dragging family into the feud, a move that is generally considered off-limits in the sport. The tweet ignited outrage, especially given the customary respect extended to an opponent's family in boxing. Many fans who had previously supported Davis began distancing themselves after the incident. Trash talk is common in professional boxing, but bringing family into the mix is usually seen as crossing a personal boundary. Davis' tweet didn't just anger Crawford's supporters, it also led to widespread disappointment among boxing fans, who questioned the direction of his career. While some defended Davis, claiming he was simply engaging in mind games, a common strategy to build hype before a potential fight, the majority of responses from fans, fighters, and analysts condemned his words as a major misstep. Despite the backlash, Davis remained defiant, posting more tweets in an attempt to justify his remarks. However, the damage was done, and the focus quickly shifted from his knockout power to his controversial behavior outside the ring. Terence Crawford, known as the pound-for-pound king, wasted no time in responding. In a video addressing the tweet, Crawford sent a clear message to Davis: "You know I would totally crush you if we ever had a street fight."
Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to weight 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch you.
Wow, man. Devontae said you got a glass.
Crawford's reaction was calm yet firm. Unlike Davis, he didn't resort to personal attacks. Instead, he focused on his readiness to fight, whether in the boxing ring or outside of it. His message was clear: he wasn't afraid of Davis and was willing to face him in any setting if necessary. This measured response only reinforced Crawford's image as a composed and professional fighter, especially in contrast to Davis' emotional outburst.
Just say we in a gunfight, right? Yeah. And I got a metal shield, and the opposite person got a glass shield. Okay, Chad. Who gonna come on top? I don't care about how much he run around. Once them hands get on him, it's gonna slow him down. And once
definitely if he touch him, he definitely if he touch him clean.
This wasn't the first time Davis and Crawford had exchanged words. The two fighters have been at odds for years, frequently calling each other out in public. However, until now, their rivalry had largely remained professional. Davis has consistently criticized Crawford's choice of opponents and questioned his marketability, while Crawford has voiced frustration with Davis' management and the level of opposition he has faced. In interviews, Davis has often claimed that Crawford's career lacks excitement, portraying himself as the more entertaining fighter. He has also accused Crawford of avoiding top-tier competition in their respective weight classes. Meanwhile, Crawford has fired back, insisting that Davis is overhyped and hasn't faced the same level of elite competition that he has throughout his career. While the two have exchanged barbs in the past, Davis' latest tweet crossed a line that many felt went beyond typical rivalry. The personal attack on Crawford's family added a new layer of animosity, bringing this feud to the forefront of boxing discussions. Terence Crawford and Gervonta Tank Davis are two of boxing's biggest stars, and their rivalry extends beyond just in-ring competition. One of the most debated topics in the sport today is who has made more money in their career. The feud has escalated on social media platforms like X, where both fighters have taken shots at each other, igniting heated discussions among fans, analysts, and even fellow boxers. The core of the debate is not just who is the better fighter, but also who commands bigger crowds, who draws more attention, and who holds the financial edge. While this may seem like a simple question, boxing earnings are notoriously complex, with factors like pay-per-view sales, sponsorships, and promotional deals making direct comparisons difficult.
A question for you, Tank. At 147, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look?
147?
147.
I tapped that chin. You know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know he
He ain't
is.
got no chin.
I already know he is.
Said no chin.
The true earnings of boxers are known only to a select group of people, including network executives, promoters, and managers. These individuals rarely, if ever, reveal the full financial picture. The purse totals released to the press represent just one portion of a fighter's income. Beyond their guaranteed purses, fighters often earn additional revenue through pay-per-view, PPV, shares, sponsorships, and performance bonuses, figures that are difficult to quantify unless explicitly disclosed. Despite these challenges, expert analysis and industry insights provide some perspective on how Terence Crawford's and Gervonta Davis' earnings compare. In recent years, Crawford has solidified his position as one of boxing's highest earners, largely due to landmark fights. His July 2023 victory over Errol Spence Jr. and his August 2024 bout, presumably against another top contender, significantly boosted his earnings. The Spence fight, which was for the undisputed welterweight championship, was a massive pay-per-view event and one of the most highly anticipated matchups in recent boxing history.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catchweight?
There ain't no catchweight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catchweight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man. Tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
Crawford not only secured a dominant victory but also walked away with a significant share of the revenue. Reports suggest that this fight alone propelled him into a new financial bracket. His bout against Madoff, where he allegedly earned a guaranteed $10 million, further solidified his status as one of boxing's top earners. Meanwhile, Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been a consistent pay-per-view attraction, with his April 2023 showdown against Ryan Garcia standing out as a defining moment in his career. The fight was a blockbuster event, drawing massive attention and showcasing Davis' ability to deliver thrilling performances in high-stakes situations. His stunning TKO victory over Garcia further cemented his reputation as one of boxing's most marketable stars. While Davis has consistently been a major draw, critics argue that he has yet to match Crawford's recent financial milestones.
Great. It was no different from 147, to be honest. Israel just was a strong opponent. You know, we knew that coming in the gate.
Social media presence plays a crucial role in this discussion. Davis boasts a massive following, with 7.5 million followers on Instagram and nearly 800,000 on X. In comparison, Crawford, despite being a more established name in boxing, has a significantly smaller digital footprint, with 1.8 million Instagram followers and 168,000 on X. These numbers matter, as they reflect a fighter's marketability in today's digital age. Sponsorship deals, brand partnerships, and other income streams are often influenced by a fighter's online reach, and Davis' dominance in this area gives him a major edge. However, social media clout alone doesn't tell the full story, especially when considering other factors that influence their overall earnings.
I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
at 147.
At 147. I make 147.
Crawford's career longevity and consistency at the championship level are significant advantages. Turning professional in 2008, Crawford has been a world champion since 2014, giving him over a decade of earnings at the sport's highest level. Championship fights, especially those where the fighter is the main event, typically bring larger payouts, and Crawford's extensive run of title defenses underscores his earning potential. In contrast, Davis, who turned pro in 2013 and won his first world title in 2017, has achieved remarkable success in a shorter period. However, he lacks the same depth of championship-level experience as Crawford. This difference in career length suggests that Crawford has likely accumulated more over the years, even though Davis has recently made significant financial strides.
How good is Terence Crawford?
Terence Crawford is good, but he's not what people make him the same. Not pound for pound.
The involvement of His Excellency Turki Alalshik in boxing has been a game-changer, especially for Crawford. Alalshik's model of offering fighters guaranteed paydays far beyond what traditional promoters can provide has shifted the financial dynamics of the sport. Crawford's $10 million guarantee for the Madoff fight is just the beginning, as reports suggest that his potential bout with Canelo Alvarez could set new records for fighter earnings. Alalchik's ability to bring unprecedented financial backing to the table gives Crawford a significant advantage, particularly as Davis remains outside of this growing network.
Can say about Tank is he's smart, he can box,
Yes.
and he explosive. You know what I mean? But I'm saying skill-wise and in the mind, I don't think neither one of them can outthink.
For Davis, the financial landscape looks different. While his drawing power is undeniable, the quality of his upcoming opponents could significantly impact his ability to earn massive paydays. His rumored fight in March against Lamont Roach Jr., though legitimate in terms of competition, lacks the marquee value needed to drive major pay-per-view sales. Without a co-star to help sell the event, Davis may find it challenging to match the earnings Crawford has secured through high-profile matchups. To maintain his financial momentum, Davis needs to secure fights against opponents with bigger star power, such as Vasyl Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, or even rising stars like Keyshawn Davis.
Ego. Like if you hear somebody like Tank say 147, I knock Bud out.
Well, he just talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got the confidence in himself that he believed that he can do that because he's been knocking all these fighters out that he's been in the ring with. You know, so no knock to Tank, but there's definitely levels.
The debate over who has made more money also highlights a deeper philosophical divide in boxing. Crawford's success has been built on taking on the toughest challenges, often venturing into hostile territory to prove himself against the best. This approach has earned him widespread respect from both peers and fans, as well as lucrative opportunities to showcase his skills on the biggest stages. Davis, on the other hand, has faced criticism for following a more controlled career path, with fights that prioritize commercial appeal over competitive risk. While this strategy has turned Davis into a household name, some argue that it has limited his ability to maximize his earnings over the long term. According to Leonard Ellaby, Davis now makes 8 figures per fight, which is significant. However, it's worth examining when this level of earning truly began.
Oh, I mean, not really address, but kind of speak on the whole Tank Crawford thing. Because when Crawford said he'd be willing to wait at 47 for Tank, he did say after the immediately after the interview, I was just playing around. Like, do you want people to just put that shit to bed?
Story. Yeah, he was just playing around. You know what I'm saying? Tank does that, you know.
Early in his career, Davis didn't attract the same level of financial attention, and his rise to the top has been relatively recent. Crawford, by comparison, has been earning substantial paydays for years, thanks to his consistency and willingness to fight anyone, anywhere. This difference in career trajectories further complicates the question of who has made more money. Another key factor is the shift in the pay-per-view model. Traditionally, fighters depended heavily on PPV sales to maximize their earnings, but Turki Alalchik's guaranteed payouts have disrupted this strategy. Crawford's partnership with Alalchik has allowed him to avoid the uncertainties of pay-per-view revenue, while Davis remains more dependent on the traditional model. This shift could have long-term effects on how both fighters approach their careers and financial negotiations. Critics of Davis argue that his social media fame and commercial appeal might not translate into sustained financial success unless he takes on more significant challenges in the ring. Meanwhile, Crawford's fans point to his willingness to fight the best as a testament to both his legacy and earning power. The contrasting approaches of the two fighters reflect broader tensions within the sport, as traditional values of competition and merit clash with the modern focus on marketability and entertainment. Ultimately, the question of who has made more money, Crawford or Davis, may never have a clear answer. The lack of transparency in boxing finances means much of the discussion relies on speculation and fragmented reports. What is clear, however, is that both fighters have taken different paths to success, each with its own merits and drawbacks. Crawford's recent financial windfall and alignment with Alalchik position him as the frontrunner in the earnings race. Yet, Davis' popularity and marketability ensure that he remains a formidable figure in the sport's financial scene. As their rivalry continues to unfold, the debate over their earnings will remain a captivating subplot in the world of boxing.
Would that just be a matter of you waiting for him to be ready for you?
Yeah, no, Tank is at a lower weight class than me. He's at 135. I'm at 147. That's 2 weight classes apart.
So he would have to come up.
Yeah, because I wouldn't never.
You can't get that low.
So that's not gonna happen. Because I saw people talking about it. You don't think that'll ever happen?
No, I wouldn't say.
The way things are progressing, it seems like their rivalry may eventually lead to a fight in the ring. Although they currently fight in weight classes separated by 3 divisions, their paths have crossed indirectly in the past, with both fighters showcasing their skills in overlapping weight categories. This historical overlap, combined with their contrasting styles and personalities, has sparked debates among fans and experts about a potential clash. What makes such a matchup intriguing is the stark contrast between their styles, accomplishments, and physical characteristics. Crawford began his professional career at lightweight, the same class where Tank Davis currently reigns as the WBA world champion. As Crawford progressed through his career, he earned undisputed status at super lightweight, a division where Davis has also won a title. However, Crawford's ambition and skill set drove him to climb higher, eventually dominating the welterweight division and recently making his debut at 154 pounds, where he continues to assert his dominance. Meanwhile, Davis remains firmly rooted at 135 pounds, dismantling opponents with his trademark power and precision. The big hitter from Baltimore, Davis has built a reputation as one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport, known for his explosive knockouts and his ability to draw huge crowds. He has often exuded supreme confidence in his skills, and in the past, he made a bold claim that he could knock out Crawford, a statement many interpreted as either playful banter or a show of his unwavering self-belief. Crawford, however, dismissed such talk, telling Davis not to punch above his weight, both literally and figuratively.
So what are we talking about here? Gervonta Tank Davis, which would be the A side in this situation, would never move up to 147 pounds and fight Terence Crawford.
Given their disparity and stylistic differences, some experts believe that a fight between these two would be anything but straightforward. One such expert is the legendary multi-division champion Roy Jones Jr., who shared his views during an interview with Real Life Productions. Jones described a hypothetical matchup between Crawford and Davis as a good damn fight, saying that it could be competitive if fought at a catchweight just below the welterweight limit. Jones emphasized the unique qualities of both fighters, highlighting Davis' explosiveness as a potential game changer. "I don't see anybody around that's going to beat him unless it's somebody way bigger than him," Jones said, referring to Crawford by his nickname. But don't sleep on the fact that if he and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good damn fight. You follow me? Because they both have very high IQs, and Tank is very explosive. That's the one thing that Tank has that Errol didn't have in boxing. A powerful fighter can go a lot of places. I was only able to cover the weights that I covered because I was so energetic. Explosiveness keeps people in check. Jones' words highlight the key contrast between the two fighters. Crawford is a master technician, known for his flexibility, ring IQ, and ability to outthink and outmaneuver opponents. His switch-hitting style and razor-sharp accuracy have allowed him to dominate elite competition across multiple...
Tank cannot fuck with Terence Crawford at all. Y'all keep pushing for that. He will destroy.
Whether or not their paths ever cross in the ring, Crawford and Davis have already cemented their places as two of the most dynamic and successful fighters of their era. For now, fans can only dream of what might have been while continuing to enjoy the brilliance of both men in their respective fields. What do you think we can expect to see next? Share your ideas below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.